Have you ever thought about starting a business but didn't know how? Well, let's dive in or get to it. Hey, my name is Greg, and welcome back to another episode of the Believe Yourself podcast. If this is your first time here, please make sure you go hit that bell and that subscribe button, as we'll be talking about everything from entrepreneurship to motivation, leadership, everything under the sun. And if you've been a long time subscriber, thanks for showing all the love, and just make sure you leave a comment down below. Just let me know that you watched the video. All right. So I want to start a series called How Do I Start a Business? Now, the reason for me creating this series is I would get phone calls, text messages, and DMs from different friends and family on how exactly do I go about starting a business. Now, I've started several businesses, and I currently own, or as I say, I founded 2 businesses, and I was able to create them on my own with no help. I didn't use any type of service, anything like that, and I'm pretty good at it. So I want to show people how you can actually go about starting a business, but there are some basic things that you need to know and you need to learn before you go ahead and you go out there and you go pay and get an LLC, you go get your EIN number. There's some things you need to do before that. So we're going to talk about that today. All right, so we're going to jump right into it. So one thing that I notice is people want to own a business, but they don't know exactly what they want to do. So one of the things that I asked them is, what problem can you solve for people? And one of the biggest things, the issues that people have is like, well, I don't know. Okay, you want to start a business, but you don't know what type of problems people have. You don't know what type of issues the world have. We all know that the world has hunger. There's not enough fresh water, things of that nature. There are people who created things that pulls water out of the air. There are people who are working on feeding the homeless, things of that nature. All right, cool. But you want to create something to where it's going to generate revenue, and you're not going to be looking for donations from people in order to maintain your sustainability as a business. All right. This is not a charity. So if you want to, you go into business to make money, to make profit. So what are the things that you have to ask yourself is, what problems can I solve? And one of the big things is, what type of skills do you have? Do you have the type of skills that you can offer to people as a product or service? So those are some important questions that you have to ask yourself before you want to dive into starting a business for yourself. Now, you're probably wondering like, well, I still don't know. I don't have any skills of that nature. So we're going to take a step back so we can take a look at some companies, or talk about some companies that actually started and they were actually to solve some issues that people were having, or they found what they call a market gap and they filled in that gap. So I'm gonna share my screen with you real quick, and we're gonna hop on to our first company. All right, so one of the first companies that stood out to me 100% is Instacart. I use Instacart. I know several other people who use Instacart. Now, if you've never heard of Instacart, Instacart is a platform that allows you to do all of your food shopping. You can also do medicines from the drugstores and things of that nature, and have it delivered directly to your doorstep. Now, as we all remember, during the pandemic, we had some issues to where we couldn't go outside. Some people had some type of immune system their immune systems were compromised, so they really couldn't travel or go outside the way they needed to. So Instacart, this is where they shined. So you would go to their website, put in your name, your address, fill in all that stuff, and then you could pick from the stores that you wanted to get your food from. And they'll have what they call personal shoppers. This personal shopper would then go to, let's say, the Stop and Shop, or they would go to the Costco, and they would go pick up all that food for you and then deliver it to your doorstep. So the only thing you have to do is go outside, pick it up, and go put it inside the refrigerator. Now, for me, I'm very busy. My day starts at 4:30 and sometimes it doesn't end until 11 p.m. So going to the supermarket or going to Target, that takes a huge chunk out of my day. So if I can go on to Instacart and just order everything that I need to order, have it delivered, and then once it's delivered, I just put it away, that's great. That's great for me. That's great for my family, because that allows us to spend more time with each other and do things that we want to do. Okay, so Instacart found a market gap, and they filled that market gap because it's something that they offer called convenience to people, and allowed them to not spend all the time inside of the supermarket or going to pick up or having to drive here. If you don't have transportation, you have to get on a bus or whatever the case may be. All right, so they found that market gap and they filled it in. There was a problem, there was a solution, and they brought the two together, and that's how they made money. All right, so we're going to take a look at our next example, which is really easy. So the next company I'm going to use as an example is called Happiness. Happiness was able to find a market gap and was able to fill that market gap. Now, this is not a promotion or collab or anything with them. I'm just using them as an example. Now, this company offers laundry pickup and delivery service. Now, I have my laundry picked up, washed, and delivered back to the house because it's very convenient for me. My day starts early, my day ends late. So having the ability to wash clothes, I might be cutting, I'm burning the candle on both ends. So being able to take my laundry and to send it out is very convenient for myself and my family, because that's one less thing that we have to worry about. It would take us, 4 or 5 hours. It could take us a whole day, depending on if we're trying to get things done. We're running outside. Let me throw a load in the wash. That's done washing. We'll put one in the dry, then another one in the wash. So it could be a whole day process just to get your laundry done. Now, Happiness was able to find that market gap and was able to fill that market gap by saying, hey, look, we'll take all the stress out of you doing your laundry. We'll do it for you. We'll wash it, we'll fold it, and we'll deliver it back to your house clean. So all you have to do is put it away. All right, so let's take a look at some of their services, how it works. So you go to that app, you go and download it, you sign up. Now you get to pick your preferences here. Let me just zoom in a little bit. So you can pick with detergent, fabric softener, dry sheets, temperature, bleach, and color safe. All right, you can also pick like by separating by person, by hand. I like to separate my clothes before I send it because, I don't want no issues. And then over here, you just leave it out for pickup. It's usually a 24-hour turnaround. And then once it's done, washed and cleaned and folded, they'll drop it back off at your house. Now, for some of you who may have used a drop off and pick up laundry service, it's very convenient. Some places may not offer that. Some laundromats may only offer where you just drop off your clothes. When they're washed, you go and pick it up. I used to do that, but it got to a point to where that was taking time out of my day. Even just 20 minutes, I could be using that 20 minutes to go do something else. All right. So they found a market gap. They were able to utilize and take advantage of that. And they charge people for a premium, especially, let's say, those stay-at-home moms or those very busy business people. They don't have to worry about doing the laundry when they come home, or if they're watching their child, they're getting dinner ready and there's still laundry that has to be done. They could just send that out, and that's one less stress that they have to worry about. Okay, so that's what I mean by finding a problem and you have a solution and putting the two together right in the middle. That's where you'll make your money. Okay, so now we're going to take a look at a document that I kind of drew up. It's called Find My Niche. This document I put together to help people just like you to develop the ideas that they need to help find what their niche is, where they can get in and find that market gap, and help develop any type of personal and also professional goals and career goals and things of that nature. Put it all on one paper so you can kind of look at it. Once it's on paper, it's kind of easier to look at it, engage it, than keeping it inside your brain. All right. So finding the right niche is crucial for your success. This worksheet is designed to guide you through a series of questions to help uncover the unique strengths, skills, and passions. Let's embark on this journey to discover your perfect niche. Reuse this worksheet until you have discovered your niche or market. So in section 1, personal strengths and passions. 1, what activities do you enjoy the most? So you need to think about hobbies, tasks at work, or anything you do on your free time. All right. What are your top 3 strengths? So consider feedback from others. Think back on situations where you excelled, etc. Number 3, describe a project or task where you felt highly motivated and fulfilled. What made it special for you? Section 2, professional skills and experience. What is your current profession and what skills have you developed there? Number 5, list any additional skills or training you have that might not be directly related to your job. Section 3, market demand and viability. 7, identify 3 areas where you see a constant need or demand in your personal or professional life. 8, based on your skills and passions, what are problems you can solve for others? 9, are there any niches you have noticed that are underserved or could be done differently? Just take a look at some of your people that you follow on social media. If you follow like any coaches, people who own companies, what are they doing? All right, can you recreate the wheel but put your own spin on it? I think you can. Section 4, personal goals and lifestyle. What are your long-term career and lifestyle goals? 11, how much time can you realistically dedicate to developing and working on your niche? It's very important because it's going to take some time for you to kind of develop that. So you gotta spend that time. I can tell you right now, it took me a while to kind of put everything together. 12, what are your income goals for your business? Now, I'm not just saying like, I just want my business to make 6 figures, but what do you really realistically want to do? Like, I want to make $10,000 a month because that'll allow me the freedom that I need to do what I want. I can quit my job. I'll still have money to run the business, but I also have the ability to cover any expenses, personal expenses that I may have. All right. So section 5, craft your message. This is important. Use the below formula to help craft your message. This will give you a clear understanding of how your product or service can help your ideal customer. So the niche, I help. Who do you help? Okay, we're going to talk about your avatar, your customer avatar, and then in the next video. All right, the next one, escape plan. Escape plan. Current pain your customer is facing. Solution, desired solution to fix plan. So to what? So result, by or with, what does your product or service fix? All right, so it's going to be that problem that your product or service will fix. All right, so that's real quick. We went over that niche worksheet. This is the free worksheet, so you don't have to pay for anything. I will leave a link down in the description, so you can click on that and you'll be able to download this worksheet for free. So as we go through this series, you're going to learn the different parts of a business, how to build it, and certain things that are very important that you're going to need. So when you do go and you start making money, you have money to go into a bank account. You maybe want to go. I know a lot of people are talking about getting business funding, things of that nature. So all these things are really important for you to have and for you to know. But you need some type of foundation first before you start jumping into being an entrepreneur. All right. So that'll be it for this episode. I look forward to seeing you in the next episode. If you like this video, please share it with 2 people. Make sure you subscribe and you hit that bell for notifications when the next video drops. All right. I appreciate you so much, and I'll see you later. Peace.